After days upon days of practicing my fighting, hitting peaks and falling back down, and getting to points where I felt like I just wasn't improving anymore, my Fortnite fighting journey has been a roller coaster ride, with the occasional ups, then the massive downs, but best of all, I've managed to figure out the secret that all the best fighters in the world hide from you. And with this one bit of information, you could take your fighting from where it is now to peaks you never even knew was possible. Especially with Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 3 releasing, there is no better time to become a better fighter in Fortnite. At times it can be very tricky learning to become a great fighter, and it could take some time, but I'm going to give you my best tips on how I was able to get my fighting to the point where I could consistently drop 20 plus kill wins in rank and tournaments, and how I was able to go from Plat 2 to Unreal rank in literally just a few days only by playing solo rank. First, we need to understand fighting and what makes someone a good fighter. When watching players like Noah Rayleigh, Vidil, Rezon, Booga, these super quick mechanical demons, it could be easy to say, well, quick edits and good aim, because that's what we associate with fighting, right? But to really understand what makes them good, we need to take that speed away from them, because there is something that they all have in common. Something that them and all pros in the world have in common, and that is their overall Fortnite basics. Fighting is all out about basics. It's nothing to do with how quick your edits are. Watch pros fighting in solo cash cups like Reek, and you'll see that he doesn't even do this quick mechanical flicky playstyle that you see him do in Arena. They do two things, they make little mistakes, and every single part of their game is above average. Let me explain. For the common Fortnite grinder, maybe like yourself, you might have insanely quick edits, super good aim, but might struggle to get above 20 plus kills in rank mode and just be really confused. And the reason why is because you still have certain aspects of your game you need to improve on. This could be your defensive box fighting, your offensive fighting, maybe you make silly plays, or maybe you're stuck in that bad creative warriors play style. But for the average person, they don't see this, and this is what's holding them back. Let's say you play a ton of creative and you've become an amazing fighter in creative, but to really get good in game, you need the three basics of aim, build/edit, and thought process. This deadly trio is what makes someone from a good fighter to pro fighter. To really hit that pro level, all these skills needs to be above 90%, let's say. So for the average creative warrior, their builds and edits might be like 95%, their aim's 80%, and their thought process is 60%. So that's two things they still need to improve to get to a high enough level. Well, if you take someone like Noah Rayleigh, he might have builds and edits 95%, aim 95%, and thought process 95%. So there's a massive difference between the average creative warrior and an actual pro. And that's why the jump is just so drastically big. But I'm going to explain how you can do that. First of all, you need to evaluate your skill level. And let's be honest, if I shove you in 2 hours of solo rank now, how much percent will you actually go up? Because if we want to become a good fighter, we need to be honest with ourselves and our own skill level to really take our game up to that next level and know what we need to improve on. Next, I want every single person to grind solo ranked. Screw your points. Who cares if you're Diamond 2, Plat 2, Gold? Screw how many points you're on. By the end of this, we're going to 10x you as the fighter, and you're going to get so many more points. So screw your rank right now. Who cares what that is? If you're not in Unreal rank, screw your rank right now. Screw whatever you are. If you're gold or plat or just whatever you are, just screw that. Because don't expect to become an amazing fighter by playing duos, because duos just doesn't punish you for your mistakes. Literally every single time you make a mistake in solos, you're going to get hit so hard by being sent straight back to the lobby. There's no second lives, no second chances, no one to carry you in fights but yourself. So the first thing we're going to do to become a better fighter is play a ton of solo ranked. Here's some of my best tips to actually improve your fighting. First of all, stop landing main POIs like Mega City, because this just doesn't improve your fighting. This is just a 50-50 fest. Especially if you're not already a good fighter, these spots will just be hard to win. So pick a spot that you're going to make as your own and only land there. This will be the one spot that you're just going to dominate at. Don't land at a random chest that no one can test. Land at an actual POI, but don't make it a stupid POI. I only personally land at Shady Stilts because I have a perfect loot route for this. I've mastered the spot and I just consistently win off there, and it's actually contested as well. Some other great places are Frenzy, Breakwater, Slappy Shores, Rumble Ruins, and Creaky Compound. Eventually you'll get a great understanding at these places and will just dominate them with ease off spawn, and it will allow you to properly get that fight in practice. into your arena sessions rather than wasting time playing off-spawn sim. Next up, to become a better fighter, we need to improve fighting in boxes, and our defensive box fighting is right at the core of that. To actually genuinely become a good fighter, you need to learn to fight by taking no damage. I recommend for this, you play a ton of Martos' Turtle Wars. I'll put the code on screen now, but you just want to practice taking safe angles and just taking no damage back. This will help you 100x your skill level when you're in game, and one of the main reasons why I've got so good at fighting when I'm on low HP. And this was actually why I'm able to drag out fights when I'm playing against some of the best fighters in the world. I can literally drag the fights out, make them long, because as soon as they get me low, I just know exactly what to do because I'm such a good defensive box fighter. I'm just so hard to fight when I'm low on health. I mentioned how your thought process is so important. Now, I can't really give you a magic map to improve your thought process because this just comes over time from playing the game. But I do have some amazing tips that's going to help take you up to another level. So going on to the psychology side and the thought process. First of all, if you want to be a top tier fighter, you can't play scared. Even if right now you play better when you play scared, to become an actual good fighter, you've got to be confident. You've got to believe you genuinely are a great fighter. The easiest players to kill are the players that are scared and don't look for those aggressive plays. Next up is rather than making plays, make plays based on your opponent's moves. Let me show you an example. So here you're going to see I'm actually in a ranked game, and this guy here instantly starts on the high ground. So I'm down here at the low. So what is the best move for me to do here? Now, I just want you guys to take a minute to really think, what should I do in this situation here? This guy's ramping up towards me. By taking the tips that I've just given you, how can we play based on what he's doing? Now, this is what I did. I looked to get close to him and just see him going up and up and up. And at this point, I just know there is no chance that I can possibly go up for height without him hitting me hard or just turning into this big, long, mad, dragged out build fight. So I just do a very simple play of just boxing. Really simple, nothing complex. And now, this is where I'm waiting for him to make that move. He's got the high ground, and when the play's on high ground, they're always going to look to make a move. Especially in a fight like this where none of us have took any damage. Now, this is where this guy actually decided to make a big mistake, and this is how I was able to punish him. So as you can see, I see him jump, and as soon as I see him jump, I know he's thinking of one thing, and that's to get on top of my box. So I think, you know what? I'll edit him in, and he starts spraying, so I pull out my shotgun, step back, and hit him 178. Instantly place a ramp, and now I think, okay, there's only one way he can go out of now. I have the wall at the back, I have the wall on the right, I have this, and I have a ramp, so he's got to come out of this left side here. Now, because I have this ramp here as well, the chances are he's not going to run the long way all the way out this way. He's going to go through and make another box over here. So I come up, as you can see. I know the chances are he's going to come over to here. So that's why I come over, place a double edit down, edit it quickly, place a cone so I can full piece it up. And then all of a sudden, you find he's stuck in the cone, and from here, it was just an easy kill for myself. And this is why it's super important that you don't make random plays. Let your opponent make the plays, then make plays based off that. It's a bit like you're playing a game of chess. You don't just randomly start making moves. Like in that fight, I didn't just randomly start going for free build after I've hit him for 178. I didn't just randomly go up for height and look to spray him. Look, I assessed the situation. I thought, right, I've hit him 178 now. What is most likely going to be his next move? And then I made a play based off what I thought his next move was going to be. Now, there was a chance that he didn't do that move, and he could have went out the other way. In which case, then I'd have to assess the situation and do the same thing again, think, right, what's he going to do next? And the longer you fight someone, the more information you can gain on someone. I think the most important information to get is how often someone edits when you hit their wall. Some people, you hit their wall once, and they will literally just edit out and look to get a shot on you. Other people, you'll hit their wall, they won't look for an edit at all, they'll just look to rebox and make more space. So assessing things like this is super important to how you should play. Next up, stop trying to fight quickly. Remove all the speed in your fights at first. You might die a ton more. We can add the speed back in when you're getting kills, but hop into your realistic 1v1s or ranked after this video and only place builds when you need them. At first you might die a ton, but this is kind of like going backwards to going forward. When I did this, I think this is what made the main difference to my fighting. Watching players like Noah Rayleigh play at these high speeds makes me just want to do that, but them playing like that is only because they can control that speed, and for most of us, going at speeds that quick, we're not going to be able to control it. Someone I love to watch fight is Jivan. He's another YouTuber like myself, but he isn't insanely mechanical. He just does all the basics to super high level. If he wanted to, he could be super mechanical, but he knows that his fighting is 100 times better to be slow than he is to be super quick and mechanical. And because of this, he's able to dominate in game. In fact, let me show you an example in Speed Realistics now, so you have no excuses on why you can't start playing like this. So I'm in the map now. The code is also on the top of the screen if you guys want to play this map. I'm just going to show you an example of how you're able to play to what your opponent's doing. And I mean, that one was quite a quick round, but as you can see, the guy literally just pulled up to my wall, and it was just kind of easy for me to full piece him up. Oh, I knew he was going to mantle as well. I was just a bit too late with it. And this guy's just going to look to get very, very aggressive now. So I just need to make sure I've got lots of space. And then eventually, just get a nice tag on him. Go up. Mantle. Ooh, he didn't mantle. For some reason, he didn't build. Oh, my days. That was a close one. It should be a little bit better to show you an example while he's WKing me, because obviously, he's got to be the aggressor. Back off. He's going to come for this wall because he's got the wall. And look, I'm just playing slow. I'm not trying to do anything overly mechanical. I'm just kind of waiting for him to coordinate the plays. And then I'm just playing based off that. And then obviously now I can just WK him. Pretty piece. A lot of the time if you get a ramp in someone's box, they're just going to edit out to the side. So I'm going to try and do it again here as well, just to show you. If he boxes up, I'm just going to force a ramp in and see if he comes out to the side. Most people do. Oh, my days, he's mantled up. But most of the time, if you get a ramp in someone's box, they're going to just look to box up in a new box, just where they can try and get some piece control. Not really the best when it comes to WKM, but he's kind of easy to predict, I suppose you can say. Look, even now, I'm not doing anything overly mechanical. I'm just looking for good angles so I can get damage and stuff on him. You just got to be careful dropping down on ramps, because... Oh, I didn't expect him to shoot me. You just got to be careful dropping on ramps, especially when someone's low, because a lot of people, as soon as they're low, they just want to get that counter damage back, which is really, really 100% the best play to be doing. But you just want to be careful. This guy's a mantle warrior. And this is like stuff you can pick up in-game. If someone's mantled twice, you can kind of get to know that the chances are they're going to look for another mantle play. Look to aggress his walls. Yep, knew he would edit. And he's going to look for another edit play. You can kind of predict stuff like that. If someone's gone for an edit play on you once, they're going to do it again. Just remember, if they do it once, they're going to do it over and over again. As many times as they possibly can. And this kid's kind of given up, so I think best to leave it here. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy, please smash a like and comment down below. I do respond to all comments. Feel free to ask me any questions or just say thank you for the video. And if you like this video, you may also like this video on screen now.